someone who loves movies and is known to love movies, a lot of people seem to think I've seen everything, and I haven't. In fact, there are some very glaring omissions in what I have and haven't seen. And on the weekend, I've filled one of my movie gaps. Much thanks to my wife, who on Valentine's Day, after a bottle of wine and a nice dinner, we curled up on the couch and she asked, "Hey Luke, can we watch The Wicker Man?" I instantly said, "Yeah, let's do it." Put it on, sat back, and wow. What I'm thankful for is usually when a movie is this old, there are things I know about it. Uh, like if you're going to watch, like if you've never seen Empire that Strikes Back, you probably know Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father. If you've seen Psycho, you probably know the twist on that. Just in case you haven't, I'm not going to mention it right now. So I came to The Wicker Man with pretty much an empty slate. I didn't really know what the movie was about. Didn't even know who fucking starred in the damn thing. It's Edward Woodward, Christopher Lee, and also wonderful performances by Britt Eklund, Ingrid Pitt, and Diane Cilento. Probably butchered Diane's name. Do apologise for that. So, The Wicker Man. It's about this puritanical Christian sergeant named Howie, who's sent to a Scottish island to find a missing girl. And the creepiness of this movie, like, this movie is bright, it's colourful, the music is folksy and kind of dreamy, but fuck me, this movie is so creepy. It's just like a creepy pagan musical, it almost feels like, because there's so much, music plays such a big role in this movie in terms of setting up atmosphere, contrasting between Edward Woodward's character and everyone on their island, and also for rituals, which comes into play quite a bit. Christopher Lee is the Lord of Summer Isle, where this movie is set, and he's not full-blown horror, he's not full-blown mustache-twirling evilness, which I think a lot of people know him for. In fact, in this one, he's quite fun and charming, even if I don't know what the fuck the costume designer was thinking, putting him in a fucking yellow Wiggles jumper. But he pulls that off pretty well. I can't really complain about it. I definitely would not look as good dressed as one of the Wiggles in one of those tight jumpers. Now that's something I love. I love how the movie is colourful and bright, but also really dark and creepy. The contrast is so fantastic. And you've got the puritanical cop, very devout Christian in Edward Woodward's Howie, and how he goes about looking for the missing girl. Now, I don't like this character at all. Don't get me wrong. I like to watch him, and the performance is fantastic. But I find it really hard to root for this character because he's just a fucking old fuddy-duddy. In fact, I'm pretty sure Edward Woodward's around for the 40 mark in this movie, and his character is so fundamentally Christian. He doesn't believe in sex before marriage and things like that. So he's a stick in the mud. And some of the things that he is against in this flick is fair enough, like the idea of human sacrifice, missing girl, obviously. But his attitudes towards sex and other religions is very closed-minded, and does not serve him well in this movie. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Britt Eklund. Not in a creepy way. Yes, she is very, very nude in this movie, but her performance is fantastic. She plays the pagan temptress towards Edward Woodward's staunch Catholicism and staunch beliefs, and she's got a couple of scenes in this that must have been really tough to film. I know from reading up about the movie, yeah, I did some homework, that it's a lower half is a bit of a stunt, but or whatever, doesn't matter. She's absolutely electric. She's fantastic. Yes, she is easy on the eyes, but uh, she's she puts in a performance just as good as the gentleman. So do Ingrid Pitt and Diane Calento. There's a really good, solid female cast to this movie uh, that I think really helps as well. I just want to mention another disappointing thing about not this movie in particular, but about the director, Robin Hardy. So I looked him up on uh, IMDb after I saw The Wicker Man, thinking, holy shit, this is a director I need to see more flicks of. I bet you he's got a whole fucking catalogue of shit I can just deep dive in. And he's only directed 2 other movies, and neither of them were as well received as this one, which is okay. That's fine. It's really tough to beat The Wicker Man. Yeah, I like this movie quite a bit. But I was hoping that he'd have maybe some other cult hits, something else that I could sink my teeth into. It's so disappointing. Even the writer of this movie doesn't have a lot of writing credits after this as well, but he did write Alfred Hitchcock's Frenzy, which is one of my Hitchcock gaps. So I might check that out in the future. So I love this movie. I don't think that's any surprise there. It's creepy, it's disturbing, it's beautifully acted, wonderfully shot, it looks great. The ending is fucking fantastic. I'm not going to tell it to you. If you know it already because it's such an iconic flick, that's fine. I'd still recommend watching this movie because there's so much in it to sink your teeth into and talk about. My wife and I are still talking about this movie, and we're listening to the soundtrack non-stop while we do housework or whatever, shit like that. So this is going to be the first of a series that my wife gave me the name for. They're going to be called Late Reviews. Why are they late? Well, it's 2020 and this movie came out in 1973. That's pretty late to be doing a review on. Mind you, I was born in 82, so it was always going to be late. But this is going to be hopefully a first in another series. So I'm still going to keep cranking out the reviews of more recent flicks, but I'm also going to occasionally do really old movies, ones that I either have never seen before, that are just gaps, ones that I love and I wish to revisit, or ones I just don't remember. So they're not all going to be. I'm not just going to cherry pick old classics, so I can have fun watching movies all the time. Don't worry, I'll throw in some duds there too. But at the end of the day, The Wicker Man does get a 10. Oop. It looks the same forwards and backwards anyway. But The Wicker Man does get a 10. It's a nice, short 90 minutes. No padding, no drag, all story, all character, great performances, great music, very creepy. And a low body count for a horror movie as well, which is surprising. I'm not going to tell you what the body count is, but it's pretty low. I'm sure I've been told that since that there's a director's cut of this movie. I don't think I watched the director's cut. I think I just watched the normal cut. If the director's cut's even better than this, awesome, watch that. Otherwise, you'll be fine with the theatrical release. Go see this film. I don't care how. Watch it. Thank you.